tight ends low.
No,
they went through that. Pettigrew guy, and
yeah, that's right.
Then they had someone else, and then they had him.
Yes,
and it was like they just can't figure out a tight end, and then he goes to.
He went to they scooped him up 2 years, really good deal, and he was I think he had the most touchdowns on the team last year.
Wow.
So Ebron is he's really good. I'm happy to have him on the team, but like Ballard's really good with free agency and stuff like that. Like he beat the Jets in the head last year for that trade. I think they got like 6 picks for 1 or 2 or something like that. They traded up. The Jets traded to move up to get Sam Darnold. I think they jumped to the 3 spot.
Yeah.
And the Colts got like 6 picks. They gave up a lot. Colts got like 6 picks out of it.
Yeah, I fucking picked up literally probably the best guard in football now.
Quentin Nelson's a beast.
He might be the best offensive lineman in football.
Honestly. Oh, my Lord.
That is crazy.
He's so talented.
It's wild to see how much these teams give up to go up like 1 spot in the draft. It wasn't it I think for the Trubisky
Chicago
one,
did. They traded up with
San Fran 2 years ago.
They gave up a lot for 1 spot, and even though Trubisky was probably going to fall in their lap, anyways.
And then I think a couple years ago it happened with Minnesota. They went up 1 spot to get a guard or something, and the team that was right behind them got exactly who they wanted anyway.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's what you. I mean, that's the NFL though. You see a player, you got to go get them, especially quarterbacks, because usually when teams make trades like that, is because another team behind them is trying to make a trade up to go get it.
Yeah.
So you got to beat out.
You
that
do
team
have to be aggressive
to go get that player that you want.
It is
easy.
What I mean? Yeah, absolutely. And you know, when you put it into perspective, it's easy for us to say, "Oh, they could have waited on that." Right. But as an NFL exec, as a general manager, with your jobs on the line, to make sure you do what you got to do to make sure you got a good pieces. There's a lot of stress involved, you know, in making that pick. You know, people like
it's very hard for someone to say, "Oh, well, you know, Detroit wouldn't have made that trade too, and then they would have fleeced us for the guy we need to make our franchise successful."
Right. You got
it is hard to say that, you know, someone else wouldn't have done it.
Right. Yeah, 100%. You know, if there are no guarantees in professional sports. Especially pro football, and any move you can make to guarantee that, or to help your guarantee that you're going to get these players that you want, you have to take.
Right.
100%.
Right.
So,
all right, man, that's what's up. So, yeah, the Colts, you feeling confident going into the
very confident.
Next season?
Very confident.
Into the draft?
Draft? Yeah. Oh, I'm very confident. He's going to pick pieces that we need, you know, and
what's your biggest need right now?
I think wide receivers.
You still got your first round pick, right?
Yeah.
You do?
I forgot how many, what exactly we hit. They have like 9 picks or something like that going into this draft.
Okay.
Which is pretty insane. But, you know, you got to address wide receiver needs. The Funchess acquisition was interesting.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that.
It's a lot of money.
It was a lot of money.
It's like $13 million for 1 year.
I think that's what it was. It was like a bit of a trial contract.
I love those prove it deals. The 1 year deal, because if it doesn't work out, he's off the books next year.
Yes.
So it doesn't really affect your cap space too much.
But also, if it does work out really well, he can use that as leverage to jump to another team. There's a hit or miss. You know, there's definite positives and definite negatives to the prove it deals. But I don't hate it. They were generous with it. I'll give them that. But bless you.
Thank you.
But you know, you're getting a prolific passer in Andrew Luck,
right?
You know, who could benefit, and like we just talked about, Eric Ebron, different quarterback, changed his world, changed his statistic line. You know, Funchess, you know, with Carolina not having Kelvin Benjamin last year, Funchess was kind of, bless you, he was technically the wide receiver, you know, technically the wide receiver one last year. But he didn't have great numbers. I know Cam's been battling injuries.
Cam suck as a passer.
He's not. I'm not going to say sucks, but he's not.
That's no. Don't listen to him. That's just a Falcons fan in there hating. That's all that.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Dude, a fucking NFL MVP sucks. What
he
the
sucks as a passer.
Nigga, the nigga won MVP.
Yeah, but not just as a passer though.
Yeah, but as a passer was a part of it.
I think he had like 10 touchdowns in rushing that year.
He balled out that year.
Yeah,
but passing was a part of it.
Dude, he's never had over 63% completion passing rate ever.
Okay, and
that means he sucked as a passer.
I don't mean he sucks as a passer. There's multiple factors that play into that. His receivers drop a lot of balls.
Nope.
He still wins games.
Nope.
Man, whatever.
Did they make the playoffs?
He's better than fucking Matt Ryan.
Did they make the playoffs? Nope.
And
Did he win a Super Bowl yet? Either? Nope.
Did Atlanta win a Super Bowl yet?
No, because he said he better than Matt Ryan.
Oh, okay.
he is better than Matt Ryan.
Ain't no motherfucking way.
Nice.
Statistically, you could even throw his rushing numbers into his passing numbers, and he still wouldn't be better statistically than Matt Ryan.
You switch Matt Ryan and Cam Newton on teams, man. The Falcons are a better team, and the Panthers are.
No, the Falcons will sell more tickets because having a black quarterback, and Carolina would have probably won that Super Bowl.
Hell no.
Yeah, you know damn well, and especially for y'all. You know, if Baltimore had Matt Ryan, y'all probably would have won at least multiple.
Hold on. You did not just go there. You
multiple
did
Super
not
Bowls.
just go there. So let's talk that shit.
I will call everybody I know that's a Baltimore Ravens fan. They would say hands down they mad they didn't have him.
No, they won't, because Joe got us one. Did Ryan get y'all one? Joe Flacco got us one.
We ain't have Ray Lewis. We ain't have Ray Lewis. We ain't have Ed Reed. We ain't have Terrell Suggs.
Ray Lewis is old as fuck with one arm in that Super Bowl, that playoff run. And Ed Reed had fucking gray hair, could barely stand up because he had tore his MCL going into that Super Bowl. That was Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco had the greatest quarterback run in playoff history. 11 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. He beat Andrew Luck, Tom Brady, and Kaepernick. Who else did he beat? He beat one more quarterback too. I can't even think of. And Peyton Manning. So I ain't trying to hear none of that shit.
Where's Joe Flacco at right now?
It don't matter. He got a ring.
Where's Joe Flacco at?
Where's Matt Ryan ring at?
Where's Joe Flacco?
Where's Matt Ryan ring at?
He got an MVP.
All right then. He got a fuck you talking.
He got an
about.
MVP.
Trying to come
Flacco
out. We would have won more Super Bowls. Man, he got one.
Y'all would have.
We got one. That's all we needed from him.
You're right. And y'all would probably have 2 or 3 with Ryan.
It's easy to say you would have, you could have, you did have. Man, he did. This is what he did. Where Matt Ryan's at?
Because of the support of his defense.
I'm sorry, Matt. You can go.
No, this was fun as hell. You guys continue to banter. I'll just.
Man.
It's this old Falcons fan over here. Oh, yeah,
because it makes sense. Cam Newton is a terrible passer. It is what it is.
He's not terrible. He might be below average. He might be an average passer.
Below average in the NFL is trash.
He might be average passer, but the man wins games. And I've seen Cam Newton make some crazy throws and put his team in a position to win.
Dude, the man can barely throw a 10-yard pass right.
Hey, give me Cam Newton all day, every day.
So you take Cam Newton right now?
Yeah.
Over your current quarterback?
Right now,
isn't it? They're sitting on the season. They are sitting on the season.
And don't get me wrong.
Playing hurt.
Don't get me wrong. I fucks with Lamar Jackson. I think Lamar's going to be a beast. But I'm just about to sit here and Cam Newton completes about 60% of his passes. He's terrible. Come on, man.
I think he had like 54 or 56 last year. That's trash.
Whatever, man.
That's not trash?
He had a bad season, but you saying he's an overall bad passer. He just had a bad season.
He is. The facts is where the facts are, bro.
Whatever.
I ain't gonna hate because he is a black quarterback, but he's not the great passer.
He's a better football player than Matt Ryan.
He's the solid number 3 quarterback in our division. Like, no question asked. He's the number 3 quarterback.
I'll say 2, but all right, you got that. Where was we at? We got off on a tangent there.
We're talking about football.
The disrespect.
Yeah. I think we're still at free agency. I don't know for sure.
But what about that Clay Matthews move, y'all?
Clay Matthews to the Rams. I like that move. 2 years. No, not like a back-breaking contract. Clay Matthews is a good move, really good move for the Rams to acquire, and you could tell his time in Green Bay had grown stale. But I also want where did the Rams get this all this cap space from? Dude, like the last 2 years, and I said it on my podcast that it was kind of like a now or never thing for the Rams. I felt this year because of how expensive some of their talent is. Aaron Donald, one of the highest paid defensemen. They had Marcus Peters, Aqib Talib, Ndamukong Suh just on the defensive side, and on the the offensive side they had a lot of talent too. But
yeah, they gave Cooks a big contract.
Cooks,
Gurley
got Gurley, and it sucks to hear that he's got what's that? His knee isn't all right.
He got degenerating knee.
So I forgot what the term was.
Like
Yeah. Anyways, that's a tough break. They just invested a lot of money in him, right? I think he was the highest paid running back in the NFL, and come to find out he has an issue with his knee. That's not going to be okay, and that's kind of what hurt. I think that's what hurt him in the playoffs, that he wasn't as dependable, even though C.J. Anderson had a really good run. But yeah, it's like where do the Rams get this cap from?
I think Clay Matthews sucks.
Do you?
Yeah, and it's nothing against you. Hold on, you want to talk about stats? Hold on, you want to talk about stats? This dude last season had 3.5 sacks. The season before that, 7.5, 5, 6.5.
Okay, outside of that, how many QB hurries did he have? How many QB hits did he have?
You want to talk advanced analytics? Go ahead.
That's not advanced.
That is advanced.
That's applying pressure though. Like,
okay,
you know how many people get.
Don't get me wrong. Applying pressure, that's definitely a valuable trait to a team. Job. That's a valuable trait to a team. There's a reason why Clay Matthews or Green Bay got rid of Clay Matthews and gave big money to 2 pass rushers. He's not an effective pass rusher no more. I think you sign him for the name. Honestly, I don't see this being a good move for the Rams. He's an extra body. He's a veteran. He knows what he's doing, so you don't have to, kind of start from scratch and train, or you can develop a rookie slower when they draft one. But if you're relying on Clay Matthews to be like a primary pass rusher on your team, I don't think you're going to get good production. Not for the money, at least.
I'm very cool with that move. Him and Dante Fowler will make a good tandem. I think it'll be
that's true.
Very, very well moved. They still need to figure out something else for that second defensive tackle spot, but outside of that, I like it.
Do they really though? Like who? Like you could put me next to Aaron Donald, and I might look good. That dude is something else.
That's a different name though, man. Dominican Sue, you can't disrespect the name though. Like Dominican Sue is that dude. So
yeah, but Aaron Donald's another breed.
He's a freak.
That's a fact, but it's breed. Like
he worked hard. He earned that money.
Yeah,
he earned that contract,
and that's the main reason why St. Louis was able to do, or Los Angeles was able to do what they wanted to do, was because of, they don't have to invest all that money into a quarterback yet. So
yeah.
So that is a key crucial factor to it. That's why all these dynasty teams end up working out. Seattle, when they, Russell Wilson was on his rookie contract,
right?
A whole bunch of teams. It's just when you don't have to pay 22% of your cap space on one player.
That's what's made the Patriots successful over this, because Brady will literally take pay cuts so they can bring in talent to make him look good.
Right.
And even at 41 years of age,
right,
he still doesn't look terrible. I mean, no, he didn't have the best year this season, but he still looked competent on the field.
Yeah,
it wasn't like Peyton Manning's last year still bugs me, because that was not good. Like that was not the Peyton Manning that I grew up loving and fell in love with the Colts watching.
You didn't like the one that got overtaken by Brock Osweiler?
Huh? No.
The Brock Wilder.
Dude, I bought into a fantasy team that year. Bought into a fantasy team that year. It was a $50 money league, and I was like, let's see, who are my players? I had Johnny Manziel and Peyton Manning. I was like, what am I going to do with this pile of shit team?
Damn.
I can't save this.
Oh, Johnny football.
Oh, damn.
Shout out to Johnny Manziel, man. That boy keep getting chances.
AAF, man.
No, he just got cut.
He got cut again? Not AAF?
No, he got cut
by
CFL.
Yeah, you're right.
He cleared something with AAF. But
it's just something like there's a mystique around him, man. It's like some teams just feel like they're going to figure it out with him. Like the NFL, it didn't work out with the Browns. He goes to the CFL. He sucks there. Now the AAF team that picked him up, well, we got the Manziel magic. We're going to make it work. Shout out to Johnny. Johnny football.
He does have a mystique, and I wish
he's a beast in college.
He was.
He's a fucking beast.
Right. He didn't spend his full 4 years, right?
No, he played 2 years. He redshirted his freshman year, and then played 2 years after that, and then went to the draft.
Yeah,
and beat Alabama. I remember that game was fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Shout out to Johnny football. Damn, where was it? Yeah, we was talking about free agency. The Rams pick up. The Saints are getting Jared Cook. Did I see that one?
I did see they're picking him up. That's another good move. I don't know what it is with tight ends. They don't really excel with the Saints. And maybe it's just their offensive scheme. And so not all teams use tight end effectively. Like Green Bay. Green Bay had Jimmy Graham last year. And they didn't, use him to his efficiency. Martellus Bennett, I thought, was going to be excellent on Green Bay. fantasy football that year. I scooped him up.
He was like irrelevant.
He was more of a pass. He was a blocker. They use him as a blocker, the traditional sense of the